Well, hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're excited as I am for 37. Wow, it's still pretty expensive, but I hope you're excited as I am for the Baltic DLC. Here it is. Okay, we're not going to watch this right now, but we'll get to it in a second. And I want to talk to you about what to expect next week, because I do believe it is going to be out a week today. So today is the 18th of February. Okay, I'm recording it in advance. This video is going to be released on the 19th, and I think the game's going to be out on the 26th. Now, there's a few reasons why I suspect that. I mean, they've been promising it forever. They said Q1, and it is still Q1 of 2026, the first quarter of the year. But what leads me to believe that it's actually going to be next week is this little game that they've been playing. So, goddamn funny. That's obviously not a Cessna 152. They've been doing this thing where they've been leaking the vehicles and the future vehicles that are coming out. Like, we all know that the CV90 is going to be coming out anyway, but I guess they've just been leaking a few pictures. I mean, that looks cool. I like the Unimog. I like how they've replaced the Mercedes logo with Broken Arrow little badge right there. It's pretty good stuff. However, nothing is really that new. The only thing that this gives us away is the fact that they're doing this now. This is the last one, so tomorrow or today when you watch this, this is going to be the last one revealed. Obviously, that's the Panzer Pizza 2000, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, whatever. You can look on the Broken Arrow Discord, and they've also released 2 in one go. Where is it? Yeah, 2 back to back, because I think they were like, oh shit, we are actually going to pull the release back. So there we go. So they put 2 out. Maybe 3 of 5, we'll see. Allow me to just quickly say a huge thank you to you guys supporting me on Patreon and on YouTube channel members, of course. I've made a new format. Thank you so much for your support. Yeah, and realised that they've got it. When did they actually start doing the... Yeah, okay, maybe not. Maybe it's just speculation. Maybe they had this date set in stone. We know that Broken Arrow isn't the quickest of... Well, Slytherin isn't the quickest publisher, and the devs aren't that great at fixing. Now, before I go on and we watch the trailer, again, for those who haven't seen it, I just want to say the channel's reached 5,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate that. Oh, let's have a look at this. Push that intro off. Why is it not playing? Okay, broken YouTube, Broken Arrow. Cool, happy days. Play, you. No, okay, it's not going to work. Yeah, but 5,000 subscribers, which I really appreciate from you guys. Here you go. That's me, if you didn't know. And here's my generous members. Feel free to join them. Here's some videos. I really like that thumbnail, I'll be honest. Anyway, yeah, moving on. That's it. That's the thank you very much. Let's delete that tab. We'll get onto that in a second, but that's a cheeky picture. Actually, I might make this the thumbnail. It's quite cheeky indeed. Okay. We've got the broken battalions that we're going to take a look at as well in a second. Here's my analysis right next to it. Okay, so 12,000 views. Decent, I'll take that. And yeah, that's the video in itself. So, with the update coming out next week, what can we expect? I think the first things first, we should look at the units. Yeah. Albatross, we already know that one. We know the land, the arse of is basically in there already. It's basically just a landy, looking a bit less, a bit more American. That's it. Leopard 2A8. However, did you also know that the game has already got the 2A7 in? So this is old footage. And I'm going to be showing you other old footage. So if you look bottom corner here, early alpha. So this is very old. But as you can see, we've got Leopard 2A7s with German flags. I don't know if you noticed that. Well, let's just quickly go back. German flags. And a native flag there as well. So the 2A7 is already in game, and I'm just wondering what has taken them so long. I guess they know what they're doing. They do know what they're doing in the marketing department about, you know, treating us mean, keeping us keen kind of thing, and obviously they've got to make money off it, so they will eventually... There we go, there's a little sneak peek of the A7, but they will obviously eventually drip feed it and make us pay for more DLCs, etc., like any business does these days. There we go. There's a bit of shore ride right there. There's that Albatross flying. Here's the Panzer Howitzer 2000. So yeah, I think my guess my guess was close enough. Yeah, quite cool. I quite like using this in War Thunder, by the way. Here is another vehicle, good little bit of supply. But here's what I want to show you as well. Some more very old stuff. So this, again, I went down a rabbit hole of Broken Arrow's VK, which is like basically the Russian Facebook, and found a lot of thumbnails. So this is what I use to do my thumbnails, by the way. It's just Adobe online. It's free. You can feel free to use it as well. It's pretty cool. And I was looking at these pictures. So as we can see, this intruder has only got one person. Now this is American. I'm not sure of who they've exported it to, but it could also be in the Baltics. But we'll have to wait and see, of course. That is unconfirmed. I'm not going to start spreading rumors, but as you can see, that's got a Maverick on here, some bombs, and some Hydras as well. So it's going to be like a Prowler, equally as slow probably, but a bit more versatile with a few more different weapons. Here's a really good picture as well. Actually, if I go F11, there we go, we can see it. They're much clearer. I really like that paint scheme. I wish that was still an option, but I'm wondering if that's the F-35A, and if one of these is the B, is one of them also going to be the C? Can we expect to see that? Sorry, unintentional pun. I kind of doubt it. I don't think the Baltics will have it, but again, it is definitely already in the game, and it's definitely something else. Yet another thing for us to look forward to, but also very, very cool paint scheme right there. This picture is old as well. We already have this, Mi-28s, obviously one with radar, one without. Beautiful. And yeah, here we go. Here's something very tasty. The MiG-31. Now, there's a lot of speculation about what weapons it's going to have on it. Here we can see, I'm pretty sure that's the R-77. No, I am sure. That's a bomb, and it looks pretty big, so I wonder what its actual potential is going to be. And there's some big boy missiles down here, which I think are going to be the oldest Soviet sort of missiles. So not the R-37 exactly, but yeah, it'll definitely be a 9-kilometer range missile. And it seems like it's got 4 of them, which is pretty good. Not sure how accurate they'll be. Probably semi-active. It's got to be terminal guidance at that range, surely. But we'll have to wait and see. But clearly, again, this is a hanger shot. This Broken Arrow released this themselves. It is already in the game. I'm pretty sure with its afterburners on, it should be able to outrun quite a lot of stuff. But yeah, very cool plane in general. What's this? F-14. Now, we already, pretty sure, what are these called again? I forgot. Not Stormbreakers, not Storm Shadows. But the British we have this as well. I can't remember. I've just completely forgotten what it's called. But anyway, F-14 here. So if you're a Top Gun fanatic, then you're going to love this. Again, already in the game. We did see it in one of the betas or alphas, I can't remember which, but yeah, there we go. A very old picture again. Now, again, this is also a very old picture. Look at the date here, February 2023. So 3 years ago, they already had this super cool looking thing in. Now, I don't actually know what it is. I'm not familiar with it. This is obviously a 30mm, the same as on the VDV speedy thing. My memory's been really bad for names, but yeah, very cool looking vehicle. I'm sure it'll be a lot quicker. Is it the Tiger? Is it the Gaz Tiger? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's super cool. It's got the 30mm and probably a grenade launcher as well, so an AGL. And smoke, which is fantastic. Again, we've got a lot of stuff to look forward to, and the future of Broken Arrow in general is looking quite good. I think it's looking up. I think, yeah. Let's go back on to the trailer, where we're going to have a look at some more bits and bobs that the game's got to offer us. I will be doing commentary, so I'll just turn this down a little bit. Very cool trailer, by the way. They're very, very good at their trailers. So yeah, the question is as well, what is this going to do for the balance? So yeah, that's the Baltics. By the way, let me just go... Oh, no, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. God, what an old man. Here's the other Russian specialization that's going to come out a lot later. I think that's going to be Rosgvardia. And I've made a video about that. Where's my channel, for God's sake? Right. You know what? I'll just show it up on the screen. About what I think the Russian specialization is going to be, but that's in a very long time. We're going to talk about the Baltics now and what it's going to do to the balance. I think straight off the bat, this is going to be cool. Everyone's going to play with the new toy, and we're going to see basically America become a lot of mirror matches, which I hate, but can you call it a mirror match when you're playing Baltics against America? I'm not really sure. Scimitar right there. Oh yeah, it says in the top corner. Obviously T8. I think that was the T80. Here's the Leopard. T8. Very cool. But yeah, as I was saying, I think the American side is getting a lot of new toys that are basically much better than Russia. Especially when we're talking about a 40mm autocannon like on the CV-90 there, that can also carry infantry. So Russia's going to lose its advantage of having very spammable BMP-3s, etc., because the CV-90 is just going to do the job way better. RT-wise, which was another Russian advantage right here, this is the fastest firing RT in the game now, the Panzer Howitzer 2000. It's going to fire 3 to 4 seconds, whereas Russian RT still fires, is it 5 to 6? Yeah, so America is now going to have the best RT and the best jump out vehicles, so IFVs. Shorad. The Shorad's getting a buff as well, so America already has a lot of really good Shorad options, obviously not upon release, but that's being addressed now. Yeah, this is Ignalina power plant. This is not the map that's being shown, which makes me wonder: are they still doing that map, like last minute changes to it? But there we go. Out in early 2026, so the second month, I suppose we can count as early. By the way, let's talk about the helicopters. If I'm not mistaken, is that the Augusto 139? I could be wrong, but there we go. In the background, it just looks like a boxer, which is basically a striker. Boxer striker, basically the same thing, apart from it might have a beefier cannon on it. So again, another American spammy unit. Here's the RT, the basically again, export cheap American RT. And obviously, well, Black Hawks up here. And the Leopard. Yeah, I just wonder what else is really going to happen other than the game sort of die out for the Russia players. Russia players are going to struggle a lot, and like I'm obviously going to be playing Baltics a lot just because I want to try out the new toy. But when it comes to yeah, trying to keep some balance and some interest in the game, it's going to be very interesting to see how this specialization on its own, as against the Russian units, I think even on its own is just going to be insanely good, very very good as well. But when paired with American superior air power, etc., this isn't going to stand a chance. I mean, the Russians aren't going to stand a chance against this at all. So unless there's some really... Oh, they've almost got 100k subscribers. Go subscribe to Slytherin. Why not? Maybe they'll encourage them to do more updates, etc. But yeah, why am I checking out their channel? Why don't we just give more shoutouts to mine instead? So how do I actually look at... Okay, we'll do it this way. Your videos, your channel. Cool. And that video is still not working. Cool. Somebody's messaged me on Discord. Cool. Yeah, I just wanted to quickly show you the two videos that you can watch. If we just faction, will that do it? No. There we go. That's what I think the next spec will be, so yeah. But there's a lot of good videos that you can watch about what to expect and what to hope for. But otherwise, I guess yeah, that's all next week, so until then, we can wait and see. And if I'm wrong, and if Broken Arrow have played us all, like they have done with the really slow updates, then yeah, if not March, then April, and the player base will keep dying. But otherwise, I really appreciate you guys still staying interested. In the Discord as well, we've had 1,250 people. Wait, where's the Discord? I made a post about it recently. Channel Heroes, there we go. Yeah, 1,000 recently as well. So it's really, I am very much honored for your support. Thank you so much for watching. Join my Discord, like my videos, all that. Leave a comment about what you think, your frustrations. There's a lot of frustrations on here, by the way. I can definitely tell you that. There we go. There's basically a lot of complaining here. But nonetheless, Yeah, there we go. Yeah, enjoy. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching the video to the end. I really appreciate your help. If you want to support the channel, because I don't actually make that much off YouTube, then Patreon's a place for you, so feel free to check it out. The link is in the description below. Cheers.